Hello and welcome to your Macon-Bibb Beat, your one-stop shop for all of your Macon-Bibb County news. I'm Frank Malloy, and each week we take you through what's happening in your neighborhood, from North Macon to South Bibb and, of course, everywhere in between. We begin with a suspect in an East Macon triple homicide, now in the Bibb County Jail without bond. 21-year-old Ricky Maya Henley is facing 3 counts of felony murder for 3 shooting deaths of 3 men on October 18th. Henley made her first appearance in magistrate court this week.
It's very unfortunate that parents have lost 3 young people. It just seems like it's something that continues to happen.
A deadly scene in this East Macon neighborhood turned into a weeks-long investigation. And now, one suspect is in custody. 21-year-old Ricky Maya Henley appeared before Magistrate Judge Jerome Sinclair after turning herself in to the Bibb Law Enforcement Center Monday night. She didn't say much during Tuesday's hearing, but she did say she is a college student. Henley now faces 3 counts of felony murder charges for the deaths of 16-year-old Markel Bonner Jr., 21-year-old Brandon Thomas, and his brother, 27-year-old Quantarius Townsend. She also faces 1 count of aggravated assault and a count of tampering with evidence.
A very unfortunate incident that we have 3 young men that are dead from gunshot.
While the sheriff's office has not yet disclosed how she's involved in the case, we do know that investigators seized AK-style rifles and handguns connected to the case, seen here on the scene and outside a nearby hospital. They also found weapons in the car that took Townsend to the Piedmont-Macon emergency room on the 18th. An incident report says a woman drove Townsend to the hospital that night in a personal car. The deputy who responded said they were both wearing black ski masks. The report says officers found 2 rifles in the car before Townsend died.
That was Maggie Fitzgerald reporting. The weapons recovered at the scene were found near 50 shell casings scattered across the street that night. Henley asked for a commitment hearing. The sheriff's office says she'll remain separated from other inmates while she's in the Bibb jail.
He goes over the boat and people are hurt. And where does that come from? He had been drinking all day.
A major jury verdict dropped nearly 5 years after a deadly night on Lake Tobosoffke. It took jurors 2 hours to find Eric Head guilty on all counts related to the boating crash that killed Will Childs. During closing arguments, prosecutors said Head, quote, drank too much and drove too fast, slamming his boat into another boat on the water in 2021. They told jurors Head even admitted it that night, saying, quote, I'm drunk, I'm going to prison. Defense attorneys pushed back, claiming Head was not intoxicated and that the victim had alcohol and marijuana in his system.
I'm drunk, I'm going to prison. Out of all of the stupid I've done, this is what gets me. Please, God, don't let anybody be dead over there.
Well, Georgia law requires from Mr. Childs that he was to have a boater safety education course. He didn't, and we know now that he drank.
A judge was scheduled to sentence Head on October 30th.
Message to the defendants who've been rounded up today is this: your winning streak has ended. Your luck has run out. Violating the law is a losing proposition, and you can bet on that.
More than 30 people were rounded up and charged in a nationwide gambling investigation. It includes a sports betting scheme and a multi-state illegal poker ring backed by the Italian mafia. 2 NBA players and a coach are included in that indictment. We're working to learn more about 3 defendants who appeared in Macon's federal court to face charges in the nationwide case. At least 2 of the 3 are from Central Georgia: Tony Goodson of Forsyth and John Mazzola of Gray, along with a New Yorker, Kenny Han. The federal indictment does not explain whether any crimes took place in Central Georgia, but the 3 men are accused of running fixed poker games in New York. Olivia Dunn breaks down the case and what we're learning about the suspects.
This is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years.
Kash Patel spoke Thursday after those 31 accused scammers were arrested across 11 states. Of those 31 defendants, 2 had ties to Central Georgia, and some are no strangers to the public eye.
Individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today, former, current NBA players and coaches.
In total, the FBI estimates victims of those schemes lost more than $7 million. Those sports betting schemes, Nacella says, included insider information that was not public.
Included when specific players would be sitting out future games, or when they would pull themselves out early for purported injuries or illnesses.
But the two Central Georgia men involved were taking part in rigged poker games in New York City. According to the indictment, those games involved technology such as card-reading poker chips and rigged card shuffling machines. Nacella says victims were often lured into these schemes with face cards.
The chance to play alongside former professional athletes who were known as, quote, face cards.
John Mazzola from Gray and Tony Goodson from Forsyth allegedly played in those rigged games starting back in 2019. The indictment also says Goodson supplied some of the cheating technology. Mazzola allegedly conspired to rob a victim at gunpoint to steal a model of one of those rigged card shufflers. Mazzola, Goodson, and another defendant, Kenny Hann, appeared in front of a Macon judge Thursday afternoon.
Goodson and Mazzola are charged with wire fraud, conspiracy, and money laundering conspiracy. Goodson has additional charges for operation on an illegal gambling business and robbery conspiracy. A Macon nonprofit just received a boost to help repair homes across the area. Rebuilding Macon received more than $200,000 in federal funding, money that will go straight to helping the elderly and disabled homeowners fix their homes. Olivia Dunn talked with one woman who received help this year and told Olivia it completely changed her life.
Rebuilding Macon constructed this ramp for Pat Reeves in March. She calls it a life-changing gift for the home she grew up in.
My family home where my mother and father and my brothers was here, and then I raised my children here. And it's just really special, you know.
Pat Reeves' home in Lizella means the world to her. She says it holds 65 years of memories, laughter, and love. But it also has 65 years of wear and tear.
I needed steps. I had block steps that had been here like 55 years. And I'm on a fixed income, and I couldn't afford to go buy lumber, and I can't build nothing.
That's where Rebuilding Macon came in. Along with new steps and a fresh coat of paint, volunteers also built Reeves a ramp to her back door to help her get in and out of her home.
They've been a godsend to me. They're wonderful people, wonderful people.
Now, Rebuilding Macon has the funding to help more homeowners like Reeves, thanks to new federal funding through community development and block grants.
We just want to make sure that everybody in Bibb County has the chance to live safely and independently.
Katie Durden is the program manager for Rebuilding Macon. She says the funds will help them build ramps, install water heaters, and change more lives. With 150 people on the wait list, the $230,000 grant will allow them to help 90 more homeowners this year.
There are no words. It's an amazing resource for nonprofits in Bibb County. We're truly fortunate to have these funds come through our community.
The money is also going to Rebuilding Macon's Youth Volunteer Program. Reporting in Macon, Olivia Dunn, 13 WMAZ News.
Rebuilding Macon says the $200,000 grant will last through July of 2026. Communities across Central Georgia are stepping up to improve their neighborhoods. Macon has See-Click Fix. It's an online portal that lets people report blighted properties. And the Historic Macon Foundation releases its Fading 5 list every year. The goal is to highlight endangered sites in order to spotlight those sites and drive restoration. It has been more than 10 years since a 30-year-old woman was found dead in her backyard after a domestic dispute. Family and friends of Lesmaki Fountain gathered for an annual walk to honor the Macon mom. Loved ones walked alongside community leaders and law enforcement in Fountain's West Macon neighborhood. Passing by where Fountain was shot and killed by her then boyfriend. The group, repping purple shirts, signs, and balloons, that was because that was a color that was used to promote domestic violence awareness. This was the first walk the family hosted since unveiling a bench near K Street in order to honor Lesmaki's memory. Lesmaki's aunt, Sharon Stafford, created these traditions in her mission to educate people about domestic violence.
No one have to go through what our family have gone through, and we just want to let everybody know that there are resources, and we just got to let people know that we will not stand for no domestic violence in Macon-Bibb County.
The event also featured prayers and a mime ministry performance in honor of the late mom. Middle Georgia State University is celebrating its highest enrollment in school history. University leaders say just over 8,800 students are enrolled this fall, the fourth straight semester of record growth. Naomi Washington went out to the campus to find out what is drawing more and more students to choose MGA.
Kaylee Chapman didn't want to go to a big state school or be too far from her home in Columbus, Georgia.
I came and visited Middle Georgia here specifically on like a really sunny day, and so like the sun was like out on the lake, and I was just like, this is beautiful.
The school had the perfect look and the right program for her.
My major is math, and then I have a concentration in secondary education. So when I was going through my search, a lot of schools usually only have like elementary education.
University leaders say stories like Chapman's are fueling record enrollment. This fall, they have 8,828 undergraduate students.
We are the most affordable state university in Georgia, and so students, when really getting down to the cost factor, find us truly attractive.
MGA tuition runs about $174 a credit hour, making it less than $5,000 a year for in-state full-time students. Transfer enrollment is also up 12%.
There's a big population in Georgia that has some college but no degree, and this is an opportunity to get students who maybe took some time off to come back.
Schulteis says they've also expanded scholarships.
We've worked with some great partners to secure what we call a gap fund.
That money helps students who owe small balances, making sure money doesn't stand in the way of their education.
My brother goes to a private school that's out of state, and so when you look at the cost of like mine and look at the cost of his, I'm like doing my parents a huge favor.
For Chapman, it's a place that feels like home without breaking the bank.
It's Naomi Washington reporting. University leaders say they're keeping up with the growth by making sure there's enough housing and staff to keep class sizes around 18 students. MGA has also added and grown programs in aviation, healthcare, and computer science. Celebration was the order of the day for young chefs in the making. Hutchings College and Career Academy held a special ceremony honoring freshmen who earned their SERV, Safe Manager Certificate. Students had to pass a test on foodborne illnesses to get that certification. Now they're a step closer to being able to get into the kitchen.
It's very exciting. I like the feeling because I worked so hard and the test was hard, and I worked so hard to get here, and I'm just excited that I get to accomplish it and I get my certificate and I finally get to get the test out of the way and we get to jump into cooking.
Now, that certification can also be used when applying for management roles in the food service industry. About 30 students earned that achievement. A Tucker Road home embracing the Halloween spirit with a Halloween display that is terrifyingly terrific. With over 100 decorations in the front yard, the homeowner says his devilish display has become a tradition. Olivia Dunn takes us to this hauntingly festive home.
They like it, and the kids always like it.
Randy Grigger says his Tucker Road display is for ghosts and ghouls of all ages. He started his haunting tradition a few years ago. Now it's grown into a spooky showing of over 100 pieces of decor.
For kids and big kids. When you're out here putting it out, the adults be riding by and they're smiling and waving.
But Grigger says he keeps haunting his neighborhood every year as a way to give back and give his community that Halloween magic he saw as a child.
It's just for people to enjoy. I saw them when I was growing up, and I used to like going when I was a little kid, and so I guess I'm just trying to carry it on and give to people give them something to look at.
But a display like this requires a few extra bones.
I think it's just because it's so big and it's so funny.
Grigger's granddaughters say it's become a family tradition to help set up, which he says takes a full day of work. This year, 14-year-old Callie helped build the bone-chilling display and says it's become a family favorite tradition.
I love it because I get to brag about it because everybody already knows who he is. And then it's even cooler to say he's my grandpa. So I'm like, it's just really fun at school to talk about it.
Olivia Dunn reporting. Grigor says he's planning on doing his Halloween display for as long as he can, but don't worry, his granddaughters say they plan on continuing the tradition for years to come. And Grigor has also told us the fun will continue throughout the holiday season with a Christmas display. He says he plans on setting that up sometime in November. The Mill Hill Community Arts Center was full of music and Macon pride for the annual Cultural Awards hosted by the Macon Arts Alliance. The awards celebrate people, organizations, and businesses who have made contributions to the cultural life of Central Georgia. This year, one of the recipients, founding member of the rock band REM, Mike Mills. Mills, a Northeast High graduate, met bandmate Bill Berry during his time in Central Georgia. Mills was honored with the Otis Redding Spirit of Community Award for his service to Macon.
It's humbling is what it is, because so many people, I mean, I've done some things, but so many people have done other things that are just as important, if not more so. So it's an honor to be in the same building.
The Macon Arts Alliance honored 4 other award recipients, including Music Landmark Grants Lounge and R&B horn player Newton Collier. A Macon artist honoring the untold stories of millions who lost their identities during the transatlantic slave trade. It's part of Macon textile artist Winnie McQueen's latest exhibit called Quilt of Names. The 12-foot quilt tells the stories of enslaved African Americans whose labor built the American South. McQueen says the struggle in finding the lost data was worth it in the end.
It was a very painful experience, and I think one person who was commissioned to do the work said, "Oh no, I can't last through that." So they came to me. And of course, oh yeah, I love making story quilts, and I love working with actual factual details.
The showing is Friday and Saturday within the Oak Ridge Cemetery from 11 to 3. Classics at the Bibb kicked off its return to downtown Macon. Friends and family were able to snuggle up with blankets and snacks at 3rd Street Park for a free showing of Clue projected on the historic Bibb Theater. While the building itself has been closed for more than 40 years, Newtown Macon and the Macon Film Festival created this free event to bring movie lovers together in a new way. The film is celebrating its 49th anniversary this year, and organizers say it's the perfect addition to this spooky season.
This is the 3rd season that we've offered Classics at the Bibb, and this is always a really wonderful community event. We're really pleased with the turnout and seeing everyone come back for this series. Year after year, we're always impressed with how many people are excited to see these classic movies thrown up onto the front of the Bibb Theater.
And that series continues next month with free showing of some Christmas classics in order to ring in the holidays. That takes place on November 16th. Macon came alive with music and arts for the 22nd annual Jazz and Arts Festival on Riverdale. Families were able to soak in live performances, check out local art, and enjoy food trucks. Headlining the day was renowned Atlanta jazz pianist Luis Hervo. Known for his soulful style and rich harmonies, he brought decades of experience to the stage.
Of the Jazz Association of Macon. I was the president, and we used to go around to different jazz festivals all over the country, and we're like, hey, we need to do something like this in Macon, Georgia. So we basically came out and we said, hey, you know, this would be a nice, quaint place to do it right here on the street.
Families also turned out to the Bibb County Animal Shelter for the second annual Pumpkin and Paws. The free event offered food trucks, games, vendors, and also free dog and cat adoptions. Dozens showed up hoping to find their perfect pet, while others came to shop and support the shelter. About 30 dogs and 20 cats were up for adoption. Participants explored the 4 adoption zones as they decided on their next forever pet. Some participants and pets were dressed in Halloween costumes. Every adoption and every purchase helps Bibb County's animals and brings joy to the pet and their new home.
We were really just coming here to enjoy the festival and to look at the cats and dogs, not really adopt, but
we saw this one and he's just being really nice, really sweet, and we're liking him.
Adoption fees were waived for people looking to adopt. The shelter also offered free microchipping. If you're looking for some fall fun, Lake Toba-Safi is always a great place to be. The very first Oktoberfest rolled through last weekend, and organizers say it was the great start of a new tradition.
Started out good. I'm glad to see all the families out and the kids with bounce houses and everything, and the community's really coming out and enjoying it.
Jennifer McCafferty with Jen's Markets and Events helped bring it all together, rallying dozens of vendors from across the state for the three-day celebration. Families and friends spent time sampling food from local food trucks, enjoying music, and getting hands-on with fall-themed crafts. One of those vendors, Francine Spicer, traveled from Buford with her business Engraved with Elegance, showcasing custom bracelets, necklaces, and other handmade creations.
We bring over 6,000 charms, and we love watching people create. That's really what it's all about. So I love to see people taking their time and looking at items. I love to see families together, so that's the things that we love the most.
And that is the final note in this week's edition of the Macon-Bibb Beat. Now, if you have a Macon-Bibb story you want us to share, you can email us at news@13wmaz.com. And make sure you come back each and every Wednesday to get all the news and stories that matter to you. Thanks for watching your Macon-Bibb Beat.